Marisa Madia of the Susan B. Komen Foundation joins us remotely as we talk about a very important issue anytime. It's become even more important during the COVID crisis. Marisa, thanks for joining us. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, but what about during COVID? And even as we feel like we're starting to come out of it, what are your recommendations? How have things changed in how we handle breast cancer awareness?
Thanks for having me this morning. So some estimates indicate that in the first month of the pandemic, screenings dropped by up to 94%,
Wow.
which could result in an additional 10,000 deaths over the next 10 years of cancer. So here at Susan G. Komen, we are encouraging everyone to get their annual mammogram. Even if you've postponed your screening during the pandemic, please go get those appointments rescheduled and just remain vigilant about any changes in your body.
Have folks done a pretty good job of getting things rescheduled and getting back on track again?
Yeah, a lot of women have reached out to me and said, thanks for the reminder. I postponed last year, so I'm overdue, but appreciate the nudge to get back in there.
Your foundation, and it's Susan G. Komen, it's not Susan B. I stand corrected there, does so much great work with advancing the cause of breast cancer research. What's new on the front when we are attacking the disease itself?
Absolutely. So over the last year, we've expanded our patient care services center. So anyone with questions or about their breast health or the diagnosis of themselves or a loved one can call our helpline, 1-877-GO-KOMEN, and they'll be connected with resources, financial assistance if needed, clinical trial information, patient navigation. So there's a lot of services there, all in a one-stop shop, which has really been helpful. We've seen increases in our calls, as you can imagine, during the pandemic. We've continued to fund research, as you mentioned. So we gave out $14 million in grants over the summer to 30 new research projects. So we're very committed to helping patients now, but also looking forward to the future so we can determine what those next treatments and hopefully cures will one day be. And lastly, we're advocating for patients at the public policy level, and we're currently looking to continue funding for the breast and cervical cancer control program.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that research that you're funding. People love to hear it, and it certainly helps for down the road as well to hear something happening. Tell us something positive that's happening from the research standpoint.
Well, I can tell you that since 1989, the breast mortality rate has decreased by 41%, and we're very proud of that.
Absolutely.
There's certainly still work to do, but that just shows the progress that's been made in our lifetime. We also, a few weeks ago, gave out $1.5 million additionally to collaborative research projects happening in North Carolina for stage 4 or metastatic breast cancer, which is the cancer that is spread to other parts of the body.
Yeah. Has cancer research continued on fairly unabated through all of the COVID protocols and priorities that have moved other researchers and doctors into that area? We still chugging along?
I would say we're back to chugging along.
Good.
I did hear early in the pandemic from a few researchers that their labs were closed.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing the effects of that down the road, but they're back in the lab. They've been back in the lab, and we're excited to be providing the funds needed to keep them there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Speaking of the funds needed to keep them there, you guys don't get a ton of government money just shoveled your way. You've got to go out and raise it. Let's talk about how folks can get involved with the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
Sure. We would love any support. As you said, the need continues for patients and for research. So anyone looking to make a simple donation can go to Komen.org. But we're seeing folks really run with workplace fundraisers, community fundraisers, school fundraisers. So if you go to Komen.org/fundraise, there's a whole platform there where folks can plug into the opportunities they're interested in and have some tools and resources to get going.
Yeah, that's a great idea to put some ideas together that folks can take that have worked in other markets in other places and bring them home to something that might fit where they live. That's good stuff.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Marisa, for your time. We appreciate it. Again, Marisa Madia, got that right, of the Susan G. Komen Foundation, joining us remotely. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
We also want to thank Mayor John McCann for helping make us smarter. And as always, thanks to you for checking us out on the Hilton Head News. We'll be checking you out around our island home this week.